My name is Dennis, and this story is not about a quick love from a TV series. It is a story about two people who went through loss, silence, fear, and then learned to love again for real. Her name was Alina. We met at a bus stop in the pouring rain. Her umbrella had broken, and she looked so defenseless that I just couldn't pass by. "We can share," I said, raising my old black umbrella over the two of us. She smiled as warmly as only people who haven't smiled in a long time can. And we stood under one small shelter from the rain, like two boats that had accidentally collided in the middle of a storm. Our love was quiet. There were no loud confessions, fireworks, or wild passion. There was a quiet, calm, deep warmth. We drank coffee after work in a small cafe with wooden tables. We watched movies while holding hands. She drew hearts on my palms. I stroked her hair when she fell asleep. She cried laughing at my bad jokes. I learned to cook because she liked my unsalted pasta. She said, "You are so peaceful. You are my home." And I thought, let it always be like this. For almost a year we lived like in a hazy but very good dream, until everything changed. The first cracks appeared when she lost her dad. His death was a blow to her that I underestimated. Alina withdrew. She became quiet, distant. She wandered around the room like a shadow. At night she cried, thinking that I couldn't hear. I wanted to help, but I didn't know how. "I need time," she said. "In here," I replied. And inside I was afraid of losing her. A few weeks later, she said the words I still remember. "I don't know who I am anymore, and therefore I don't know who you are to me. Let me go." It wasn't anger. It wasn't cold. It was the pain of a person who doesn't understand themselves. And I let go. Because love is not a cage. We haven't seen each other for half a year of pain, sleepless nights, half-baked breakfasts, half a year of waking up and reaching into the void beside me, half a year of silence. She disappeared from social media. She didn't respond. She didn't give any sign. I tried to move on, but the world was colorless. Until one evening, her message was just two words. "Are you home?" I sat on the couch, looking at this text, and didn't know what to say. My fingers were shaking. I wrote, "Yes." 12 minutes later the doorbell rang. I opened it, and there she was. Thin, pale, eyes red, hands shaking. "Can I come in?" "Yes." She came in and immediately started crying. And I just held her close to me because everything else was unnecessary. Her confession, "I moved to another city," she said. "I thought the change of place would help. But I was so lonely there that I almost went crazy." "Why didn't you write?" "Because it seemed to me that you deserved better than me. And I became a shadow. I disappeared not because I didn't love, but because I couldn't love anyone when I hated myself." And then she said a phrase that shattered me and brought me together at the same time. "I thought love was over, but it just got sick. And I want to cure it with you." We started all over again. There were no sudden jerks. It wasn't like before. We learned to love from scratch. Slow walks, long conversations, therapy, support, small steps instead of big plans. And every day she returned to herself, returning to me. Today she is painting again. There is a watercolor of her on our table. She smiles more often, laughs louder, sleeps more soundly. And again she rests her head on my shoulder, like that first autumn. And yesterday she said, "I thought I would break, but you became the light I found in the darkness." I didn't turn back. I arrived. And I realized that this is true love. Not the one without pain, but the one that returns home, even if the journey was long.